Ambassador Thelrian's crystalline form pulsed with indignation as he addressed the Galactic Council chamber. Humanity seeks to negotiate with the Void Dwellers? This is madness. The council chamber erupted in agreement, chittering, buzzing, and harmonic resonance from 100 different species, all united in their horror at humanity's proposal. Ambassador Elena Vasquez stood calmly at the podium, her hands folded. With respect, council members, we've already established preliminary communications. The chamber fell silent. Impossible, High Chancellor Mixtor declared, his 12 eyes blinking in sequence. The Void Dwellers have destroyed 17 colony worlds. They consume biological matter. They cannot be reasoned with. Elena smiled slightly. That's what we thought about sharks, bears, and venomous spiders. We learned to coexist with all of them. Your planet is a death world, Thelrian spat. You know nothing of civilized diplomacy. Actually, Elena replied, that's precisely why we're qualified for this. 3 months earlier, the human research vessel Prometheus had encountered a Void Dweller ship in the Epsilon sector. Standard protocol would have been immediate retreat. Instead, Captain James Okonkwo had done something the council considered suicidal. He'd hailed them. The response had been unexpected. The Void Dwellers didn't attack. They listened. Now, as Elena played the audio recording for the council, the chamber filled with sounds that made most species' defensive biology activate, deep, resonating tones that seemed to bypass ears and vibrate directly into consciousness. This is their language, Elena explained. It took our linguistics team 6 weeks to decode it. The Void Dwellers aren't mindless predators. They're refugees. Refugees? Mixtor's voice dripped with skepticism. Their home dimension is collapsing. They need organic matter not to feed, but to anchor themselves to our reality. Without it, they phase back into their dying universe. Elena pulled up a holographic display. The colonies they'd destroyed weren't attacked. They were desperate anchoring attempts. They didn't understand they were killing anyone. Thelrian's color shifted to angry red. You expect us to believe these monsters are innocent? No, Elena said sharply. I expect you to understand that desperation makes monsters of us all. Humans know this. We've been desperate. We've made terrible choices to survive. She advanced the display, showing detailed schematics. We've proposed a solution. Humanity will provide synthetic organic material, cloned tissue, no sentience, no suffering. In exchange, the Void Dwellers will share their dimensional technology. The council erupted again. You would arm them, someone shouted. We would save them, Elena corrected. And in doing so, gain allies with capabilities beyond our imagination. This is naive human sentiment, Thelrian declared. You see the best in monsters because you are monsters yourselves. Death worlders playing with fire. Elena's expression hardened. You want to know why humanity can negotiate with the Void Dwellers, Ambassador? It's because we recognize what they are. They're not monsters. They're survivors doing horrific things because they have no other choice. She stepped closer to the council members. Every species in this chamber evolved on paradise worlds. Gentle gravity, stable climates, abundant resources. You've never had to choose between your morals and your survival. We have. Repeatedly. The chamber grew uncomfortably quiet. Humans made deals with wolves and turned them into companions. We bargained with fire and forged civilizations. We negotiated with diseases and created immunity. We looked at the atom, the fundamental building block of reality, and weaponized it, then learned to control it. Elena's voice rang out clearly. We don't fear the Void Dwellers because we understand them. They're doing what any species would do, whatever it takes to survive. 6 weeks later, the first shipment of synthetic organic material was delivered to Void Dweller space. The attacks stopped immediately. Within a year, Void Dweller dimensional technology had revolutionized FTL travel across the Federation. Ambassador Thelrian found Elena in the observation deck, watching a Void Dweller ship dock peacefully at the station. "I owe you an apology," he admitted quietly. Elena shook her head. "You were protecting your people." "I understand. How did you know it would work?" She smiled. "Because humans learned a long time ago that the scariest monsters are usually just frightened creatures backed into a corner. The trick isn't destroying them. It's giving them a way out." Thelrian watched the Void Dweller ship, its impossible geometry somehow less threatening now. "Your species terrifies me, Ambassador. Not because you're violent, but because you have the audacity to offer mercy to nightmares." "On Earth," Elena said softly, "we have a saying, it takes a monster to understand a monster. The Council called us naive. But maybe naivete is just another word for hope. And hope, Ambassador, is humanity's most dangerous weapon."